Okay, so if you've been keeping up with Revolut, then there's a chance you might be feeling frustrated by their recent changes. From removing key benefits like cashback and travel insurance and other perks such as smart delay, it's no real surprise that some people are reconsidering their loyalty. Now, Revolut is pretty unique and offers a ton of perks in one app. So while there isn't a perfect like-for-like replacement, there are some alternatives that might just give you what you're looking for. And whether you're after cashback, lower fees, smart delay, travel insurance, or just a fresh start with your digital banking, each alternative offers something unique. But before I jump in, a quick favor, if you enjoy our content and find it helpful, please consider subscribing. Right now, only 2% of you are, so if you'd like to support the channel, then please hit subscribe. Alright, so Vivid and Revolut share a lot of similarities. They're both excellent for international banking and budgeting, and they give you access to investments like stocks and crypto. But where Vivid stands out is in how they structure their fees. And while Revolut does have some great features, a lot of their most useful services, like unlimited fee-free currency exchange, are locked behind paid plans. Vivid, on the other hand, provides much of its value for free. Their standard account gives you access to hold 40 different currencies, and when you exchange money or make an international payment, they use Visa's exchange rates plus a 0.25% markup, which is more or less on par with Revolut, except Vivid doesn't charge a weekend markup. And if you're using Revolut Standard, after you cross the €1,000 or pound fee-free limit for exchanging money, then you could end up paying more in fees. The free account also includes 5% interest on savings for the first 2 months, although that does drop to a measly 2%, which is actually less than what you could potentially get with Revolut's free account. But interest rates with Vivid Prime, which is their paid account and has nothing to do with Amazon, starts at 5%, then drops to 4%, which is closer to Revolut's higher rates that you could get with Metal, and Vivid Prime does cost less per month. And if you were to invest roughly €3,000 at 5% and 4%, then you could each year have the account recuperate the cost from interest alone. Vivid also has cashback, and it's very similar to how it used to be at Revolut. You have categories which you pick, such as travel, entertainment, and supermarkets. And if you do have Prime, then you can unlock more cashback categories. There's also something called Vivid Services, which is kind of similar to Revolut Stays, where you can book accommodation or rent cars through the app and earn cashback. But like Revolut Stays, booking this way isn't always the cheapest, even with the cashback, so always double check with Google. My favorite feature though, and what really sets Vivid apart from Revolut, and one I really wanted to share with you, is the stock rewards pocket. And this is where all your cashback can be invested into stocks and shares. So let's say you earn €10 in cashback, you can then choose a company, I don't know, for example, Apple, and Vivid will then automatically invest that €10 as a fraction of their stock. And if the price of Apple goes up, your cashback grows. And this is the best part, even if the price of the stock drops, your cashback can never fall below the original amount. So you'll never lose the money you earn. Basically, it's like turning your cashback into a mini investment account with no risk, and you can just withdraw your money back to your main account whenever you please. Now, the only annoying thing about Vivid is that it's only available in the EEA. So unfortunately for anyone in the UK, like me, it's not an option, but these next alternatives are, and for spending money internationally, they're arguably better than Revolut. And some of them even have cashback, and also, for a small fee, travel insurance. So you've probably heard of Chase UK, but I just wanted to quickly remind you, they've still got one of the best cashback offers in the UK, 1% on your everyday spending. On top of that, they have a saver account which tracks the Bank of England base rate. It's relatively competitive for easy access savings. So if you're looking to settle in with a solid digital bank that has no fees, it's great for international spending, and if you're after cashback since Revolut removed it, then Chase UK is definitely worth a look. Now, if you're missing travel insurance after its removal from Premium and you want fee-free international spending, so this is potentially a good travel companion, then this next option could be a perfect fit for you. Although I must admit, it pains me a little bit to recommend this one because last year when interest rates were soaring, I laughed at how terrible their savings rates were. but I do want to make you aware of what they're offering. For a fee of £12.50 a month or £150 a year, the Club M account by Virgin Money provides travel insurance, including families, as well as mobile phone and gadget cover. And if you drive, you even get UK and European breakdown cover. And on top of that, you get fee-free international spending and withdrawals with MasterCard's FX rates. So like I said, this account has the potential to be a travel companion. The kicker is that if you want cash back on everyday spending, so like Chase UK, they don't offer this, but they do have it for specific retailers that you can find inside the app. There is sort of a way to get around this and get yourself some everyday spending cash back, and it's available for both UK and European citizens. I'm sure you've probably heard of Curve. The main premise was that you could link it with your existing debit and credit cards, so you only need to carry one, which would be your Curve card, which is great until people realize that, you could just do that with Apple Pay. Where Curve could be valuable is through their rewards and everyday spending cashback. So with the free plan, you get access to offers with retailers that you can activate inside the app, but like any free offer, it's honestly a bit hit and miss. For example, right now I can get 15% back on wine, and there's definitely someone that will benefit from that, but really this list is just full of niche retailers, and there's few that actually fall within the category of frequent spending. The free plan also includes other features such as go back in time, where you can change a transaction to a different payment card, and there's also Curve Customer Protection, which is basically insurance or peace of mind for your transactions. And if you make a purchase and something goes wrong, then you can make a claim. It's kind of like Section 75 for anyone from the UK, except with this, it can actually be applied to debit cards, and it covers transactions that are less than £100. Now that's somewhat useful, but really, if you want to get the most value from Curve, then you'll need to spend money each month on either of these plans, because they give you access to 6 or 12 retailers of your choice that you could earn 1% cashback from. And for heavy spenders, that could be a good fit. Not only if you're looking at a bank account that doesn't have cashback and you'd like to link it with Curve, but if you're looking at one that does, because you can actually stack the cashback and earn with both your bank and Curve. We also have an offer right now where you can get £5 when you sign up through our link and make a purchase of £10 within 14 days of opening. So that's a pretty easy way to earn a $5 while supporting the channel. But really, if you're not a heavy spender, I wouldn't recommend paying for Curve just for the 1%, unless you think you really benefit from their other perks. Now, there is another bank account, like Virgin Money M Club, that has some great insurance and also some features similar to Revolut. And you may have heard of this one, but I did want to share it with you because they've recently made some changes to their plans. So back in April, Monzo replaced their premium account with something called Monzo Max. It's £17 per month, and with this plan, you get some decent perks. The travel insurance is pretty comprehensive. There's phone insurance as well as UK and European breakdown cover. There's also other benefits like an annual rail card, so you can save on travel. And Monzo also has an easy access savings account with a pretty decent rate. And of course, they're great for spending money internationally. But there is one perk, okay, that you won't find anywhere, not even at Revolut. For £17 per month, you can get a free weekly treat at Greg's. That's right. And that could either be a sausage roll, a regular sized hot drink, donut, or muffin. And I did crunch the numbers on this. And if you picked the most expensive item available on the menu, that's free with Monzo Max, which is a regular hot drink, such as this orange mocha, which sounds criminal, then you could recuperate £158.60 in value per year. And the plan costs £204 per year. So if you're redeeming that free drink every week, then by the end of the year, you've recuperated 78% of the cost of the plan in liquid. But that's as long as you don't go into Greg's and succumb to buying anything else. Just get your free drink, ignore the pastries, and get the hell out of there. And if you're someone that's looking for a travel companion that gives you peace of mind with insurance, an annual rail card, this is quite niche, fee-free international transactions, perks like cashback, and even Greg's on the side, then Monzo Max is definitely one to consider. Now, they are available in both the UK and the US, but if you're from America, I'd suggest looking elsewhere because Monzo's features are a bit watered down in the States. And if you're after an alternative to Revolut, perhaps you'd like to pay less in fees or get access to cashback, then definitely look at Chime. Now, with most financial apps, getting access to real value usually requires paying a fee, which puts you in a bit of a long-term predicament because as time goes on, you become more entrenched and reliant on these apps. So breaking away can be difficult and the likelihood of you accepting fee increases goes up. That sounds familiar, right? But with Chime, it's difficult to actually be charged a fee in the first place. Their online checking account has no monthly fees. You can get a fee-free overdraft of up to $200. There are no foreign transaction fees, and they have over 60,000 fee-free ATMs. Although out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply, but you can easily avoid these by using their locator inside the app. And in a similar way, you can also use the Chime app to locate nearby cashback offers. This is called Chime Deals. It's available for free because Chime doesn't have paid plans, and you can access cashback and discounts on everyday purchases such as gas, groceries, and restaurants. And it's just like how Revolut used to be. You search in-app, select a deal that you fancy, and just pay using your Chime card. Now, one downside to Chime is that you can't send money internationally. So if you're looking for an alternative to Revolut and you need to transfer money abroad, I recommend downloading the Monito app. Our comparison will help you find the cheapest and fastest provider for your transfer, and all you have to do is enter some details, and in real time, Monito will show you the best options. And with so many providers out there, it's nearly impossible to find the right one on your own. Plus, with our app, you can turn on push notifications to stay updated if the best provider changes or if there are any rate changes. So that way you'll ensure the person you send money to always receives the maximum amount. All right, so Revolut have sadly removed Smart Delay from certain countries, including the UK, which left me searching for a replacement. And trust me, finding an alternative was a bit of a challenge. But here's where it gets interesting. What if I told you that the solution to Smart Delay isn't a bank or even a financial app? No, it's an eSIM provider called JETPAC. They offer Smart Delay as part of their service. So you buy an eSIM, register your flight inside the app, and once you've confirmed your details, you can add up to 5 people that can also use the lounge. And if your flight is delayed, you'll be given a pass. This is meant as an added benefit of purchasing an eSIM, which also in itself is great because you get access to cheap roaming data. So while we're here to find an alternative to Smart Delay, in doing so, we've also got an alternative to expensive roaming plans. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link in the description box for JETPAC. I also recently reviewed them, so I'll link that video below as well. Now, this next provider I want to discuss is quite possibly the closest like-for-like alternative to Revolut that you'll find. Digital Bank N26. You've probably heard of them. Their free account has everything you need for basic banking, including virtual cards, cash deposits, and fee-free international spending with MasterCard's rates. And like Revolut, they also give you access to investments and crypto, as well as travel insurance. The N26U account, which I'd say is probably the closest alternative to Revolut Premium, at least before they removed travel insurance, costs €9.90 and comes with medical emergency insurance, baggage delay, trip cancellation cover, and dental and winter sports cover. So it's pretty comprehensive, and it also covers your family. But, and there's always a but, for the cover to be valid, you do need to have paid for your trip with your account. So if you can swallow that, and for a similar price to Revolut Premium, N26U could be a good travel companion and even a solid bank account. It also includes higher interest rates on savings, free ATM withdrawals abroad, phone support, and up to 10 sub-accounts, all with German IBANs. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with cashback, but this next provider does. Zenbank, who like N26 are available in the EEA, but also have wider coverage including Australia and the States, is short for Zero Effort Non-Bank and is apparently where peaceful shopping meets mindful money. Sounds like a load of tosh, but honestly, I really wanted to show you this one because I think they have an interesting offering that's worth sharing and they have cashback. So their main selling point, and something that closely aligns with Revolut, is the access they provide to multiple currencies. With Zen, you can hold around 30 and you can exchange them using the mid-market rate. There is a small exchange rate markup fee of 0.5%, but to reduce that, and for a price that's cheaper than Revolut Premium, you could go with the Platinum account, which is €6.90. And with that, you can exchange money at the mid-market rate without paying a fee, which is similar to Revolut's unlimited fee-free currency exchange, except with Zen, there aren't weekend fees. And like Revolut Metal, you get €800 of fee-free ATM withdrawals, and the plan also comes with free transfers across Europe, which includes the UK. So some good benefits. particularly for international spending or sending money. But it's the cashback at Zen that really gets me excited. Now, before Rev Points arrived, Revolut were doing instant cashback through something they called shops, which was a decent feature because a lot of the time when you earn cashback, it can take ages to arrive. Now, obviously we don't have that feature anymore with Revolut, but Zen do have instant cashback. It's retailer specific and you can find them in the app, and according to this email I received, you can earn up to 20%. Although if you only have the free plan, the amount you can get is cut in half, but their gold plan, which is less than €1 a month, includes full cashback and some other really unique and quite useful features. One of them is called extended warranty. This gives your electronics an extra year of warranty through AXA, and it applies to anything that has a warranty of up to 3 years. So once the manufacturer's ends, this extended warranty by Zen kicks in and you get an extra year of protection. That could actually be really useful. And there's no real catch except the electronics must have been bought with your Zen MasterCard and from a store registered in the EU. On top of that, Zen gives you pretty robust purchase protection, which they've jazzed up and called Zen Care Shopping Protection. The bare bones of this is that they're essentially leveraging the MasterCard chargeback system, but in a really user-friendly and efficient way. So if you have a problematic transaction, perhaps something you bought is faulty or it never arrived, then you can locate it within the app, select Get Refund, and then just describe the issue. The only downside is that this isn't available with the free plan, but again, it comes with Zen Gold, which is less than €1, a plan that also includes cashback, extended warranty, and currency exchange at the mid-market rate with just a 0.2% markup, which is pretty damn good. And 0.2% is exactly the same as another provider beginning with the letter Z, ZING, which unlike Zen is available in the UK and is also an excellent multi-currency account and a potentially better alternative to Revolut for spending money internationally. They have no foreign transaction fees and use the mid-market rate for supported currencies and Visa's exchange rates for non-supported, and they apply a very small 0.2% markup, which is about as good as it gets, except it does actually get slightly better because the first £500 you exchange or transact in a foreign currency with Zing won't even incur that markup, although that's only available till the 30th of December and terms apply. Also, unlike Revolut, they don't actually apply a weekend markup, which I do think makes them that extra bit enticing. And one thing to note, and something they do share in common with Revolut, is that they're not a licensed bank, they're an e-money institution. So I wouldn't personally, and this isn't meant as financial advice, but I wouldn't use Zing as my main bank account, but instead just use it as a travel card and for spending money in a foreign currency. One downside, ATM withdrawal fees aren't the best. You get one free monthly international withdrawal, and after that it's £2. So just be mindful of that when withdrawing money. But if you do want to open an account, it's very quick and easy. It only took me around 10 minutes to register, log in, and have a virtual card ready in my Apple Pay. So I'll put a link in the description box for Zing, along with all of the providers I've discussed today. And if you have any thoughts on them, then please do let me know. Also, if you have any suggestions for other alternatives to Revolut, then let us know in the comments. Honestly, I researched a lot for this video, and trying to find alternatives just for specific features was very difficult, but a like for like was basically impossible because it doesn't really exist with Revolut. And I guess that's testament to how packed their app is with features, and I know some have been removed and replaced and there's a lot of change happening, but Revolut still remains one of the best apps for all-in-one financial management, at least in my opinion. But if you disagree with that, then let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope this video does give you some options to consider or perhaps even stack together.